What are the people saying? The people wanted the album, what are people saying?
So far, people are confused to which track they must love in the album. So,
yeah,
basically that's what happened.
What's your personal favorite? Personal favorite?
I don't want to lie. This week I'm loving this one. Next week is another one. But this week I'm jamming to Get Up and Go. Track number 13.
Number 13.
Yeah.
That's who you feature, or just you on your own?
Yeah.
So now, what was the first song that you did on this album?
Sure.
If you remember. Because
yeah.
sometimes what producers do, or when you're making music, is you do one track, you leave it, you do one track, you finish it later on. What is the first track? Do you remember what was the first track you did on this album?
Wow, that must be. There's this Try Harder song. It's a different style
the
from
last
what
track
I normally do. So yeah, it's been on my laptop for the longest time. So I was trying to find out ways if it can work. I think on my previous album I was supposed to have put it in. I didn't. So I tried and worked on it, and yeah, that's the longest, that's the oldest.
Yeah. Featuring Papa?
Papa, yes.
Papa Gima?
Papa is a guy from Soshanguve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist. I met him when I was doing an interview on Tubela FM.
Yeah.
And I had a live session with my drummer in there, so I was playing my music and he was just humming behind, like in the background, like I'm like, but he's got such a soothing voice. So I said to him, he asked me if we can do a song together. Like, definitely.
Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this.
So, second album.
This is the third
album, right? This is your third album?
Yeah.
What are you expecting for people to take from this album? And what's up with 9 provinces?
Yeah, okay.
Take me through to people might assume that it's obvious that you're saying 9 provinces, including all the, maybe there might be a message behind it that we're not aware of. What can people expect from this album?
Well, look, remember on last year I was about to throw the towel, you know, I wanted to leave the music industry.
Why?
And that was because my album, which was the second album, didn't do well. It was called Hear Me Now. And that was just a wrong turn for me because initially, even from Count Your Blessings, I did everything in-house. So I thought, okay, let me divert and go to a major label. And I tried that, and then they just said on my album, nothing happened, and I was so frustrated. I mean, after putting so much work in there, I mean, there was Wusiso in the album, there was Lungisa, there was Mr. Moore, there was quite a number of interesting people in there, and it's a beautiful album. So when it was not doing well, I thought, I might as well, because you know you have pressure from family, pressure from friends, and I studied, so I've got my qualification, and I left my 9 to 5 at my peak. So people still want me, they still want to hire me. So that was the pressure I was having, like maybe I should just focus on this, but
and just go back.
And then go back again. Yeah.
So what are the challenges in terms of getting your second album pushed in terms of the numbers? What did you think was one of the challenges that didn't actually push you out?
Yeah, like I'm saying, I stopped doing things for myself. I gave my album I licensed it to a record label to do everything, and then I discovered that in fact I was doing way better than how they do things. So that's why this album, everything is in-house, distribution in-house, publishing in-house, production in-house, everything is in-house.
Who's distributing it? Who's marketing it? In-house? Who do you mean by in-house?
It's Freeze the Moment, my company. Okay. Everything is in-house. Yeah.
What inspired you now to go back and say, you know what, I'm going to give this one last try, have another album out?
Also, I mean, I'm from the rural areas in Venda, I mean, so I was like that guy who is making it in the industry, and I felt that I let so many people down when I was quitting, and there were so many people, like I imagined young guys coming up trying to make music, and then they're like, but if Rabs can't do it, who are we?
Who are we to do it?
Who are we, you know? So I felt that, and the need also, the music is like a drug. It kept calling me back. I kept having sounds in my head, and I need to make this. And when I started working, that's where I'm at my most happiest.
Originally from Venda?
from Venda in the dusty streets of Zimaori.
Ow!
Yeah.
Please say that again. There's something about the Venda language.
Yeah.
I personally think, you know, it should be the South African French.
Yeah.
It just sounds so romantic. That's just my viewpoint.
Yeah.
But
yes, so.
going back to Venda, right? Okay. What was your childhood like? Or what inspired you just to go into the, because the type of music that you make, it's not something that we would maybe the society expect from a young kid from Venda.
Well, growing up was easy for me. It was fun. No, like seriously.
Because of the free fruits and
yeah, of course.
Everything is like literally just down the road.
In Venda you can walk 3 kilometers with no fear, and there's no crime like you know what we have here in Joburg. And for me, I enjoyed playing around with other kids. I did everything, like as a child, like man, everything.
What is everything? Steal your parents' money?
No.
Try to make an album? Or still going to music shows?
I never thought I would be in the music space, funny enough. When growing up, I never thought I would be in the music space.
Who inspired you into the music space? And who's currently inspiring you now, right now?
Look, me, I get my inspiration from jazz music. So that's why you hear a lot of jazz elements in my sounds. So growing up, I listened to almost everything. My dad used to buy a lot of tapes, gospel, jazz, you name them. Anything that was popping, he would have. So I was fortunate to have a guy like him. That's why I dedicated a song called Daddy Was My Hero.
Yep.
So yeah, just only when I was in varsity, that's when I met guys who were in the music space. One of my friends lied to me and said, you know, back in the days you could just take an R&B song and then another beat of house and then you combine them together, and that's like your remix. So this guy comes to me, he's like, I did this song. I'm like, you did this? Okay. Yeah, I listened to it. I'm like, damn, this is good. So I went and found out which software needs to work for that to happen.
Yeah.
And then I came back with my own song. I mixed my own song. This is what I did. He's like, oh, you did this? I'm like, yeah. He's like, dude, I was lying. I didn't do that. I just downloaded that. And that's where it started, because people loved that mix. And when there were parties in varsity, I was playing music for people with my 2 creatives, 2x1 creative speakers. They had laptop, big laptop. And then the music love began from there.
What did you study that you just decided, you know, I'm going to put a hold on and just decide to do music? What did you study?
I studied production management.
Okay.
I studied FMP with Val University. I studied FMP. I studied project management. I studied operations finance. I have so many qualifications that are just somewhere.
Hey, people are studying up there. Yes.
No, man, yeah. So I was fortunate to work for SPA head office, which were grooming me. Like I went in there as a trainee operations manager. I left there as a retail operations manager.
So you decided, I'm done. Manager, putting this aside. The music is calling me.
Oh yeah, when I left SPA, let me just. When I left SPA, I went to Yardley with makeup. I was the regional manager.
So what are you doing with makeup?
Yeah, selling makeup, man. Selling makeup.
So you're the guy we should be blaming for all these girls who've got so much makeup on the street. You're one of the guys we should be blaming.
Dude, I'm not responsible for anybody's misguiding looks.
However, you are responsible for 9 provinces?
I'm responsible for this stuff.
Why 9 provinces?
9 provinces. As I was starting, I realized that the album that didn't do well it didn't reach anywhere. People don't have it. They don't know about it. So I thought, let me try and work with an individual from each province, an artist from each province. So I went to Mpumalanga, I got the artist. I went to Western Cape, I got an artist. Everywhere.
So what's Portia Monique from?
She's like, obviously,
exactly.
So she's adding
local.
She's adding to the flavor. Yeah. Maybe next time when I do my album, it will be 52 countries or something. You know. But for now, 9 provinces is all about all the artists from South Africa collaborating with me. So I'm trying to reach into the deep end of the country.
Sure. The other artists that you featured here, Citizendeep, of course, with Adventure, are very, I really cannot describe such songs in terms of music, in terms of style. How would you describe your music in terms of your style for people who do not know and never listened to you? How would you describe your style of music?
My music is in between your deep house and commercial, so I in the center. So you love commercial, you love me. You love deep house, you love me, because it's a flavor of both. I cannot do commercial straight, and deep house for me, it's good, but it needs a flavor that I put in there, which I call it Afro house now. So it's in between commercial and deep house. It's Afro.
Is that why it took you so long to have this album?
I guess so, man. It took me so long. I had to, you know, make sure that it's perfect.
Outside from music, what inspired you?
Traveling, learning new things, going outside of the country, their culture.
The woman?
What?
The woman?
Well, I used to be inspired, but yeah, now I'm cool with the women.
Are you cool with them?
I'm cool with the women.
So you take it?
I'm taking, yeah.
What's it?
So, when I travel, there's a lot you learn. There's a lot of, I mean, in the UK, a policeman is so powerful there. Like, you know, people respect that. People respect him also in Botswana. But in SA, you look at that. Yeah,
so give him $50 and
you're done, sorted. So, well, you said that.
Let's talk about the one lesson in life that you will never forget. That, you know, it keeps you going, or it could be even one quote in your life that keeps you going as a person. The one quote that always comes to mind is the one from Martin Luther King Jr.
I have a dream. I have a dream.
Yeah.
That one where you have to keep on moving. If you can't fly, you have to be running. If you can't run, you have to be crawling. But whatever you do, you need to keep on moving. And what I've also learned from my own way is that there is nothing special about famous people. They just go an extra mile in whatever they do. If you think sleeping at 7 p.m. and waking up at 6 p.m. other people are not sleeping at all. I've realized that with most of the artists or the famous people that are doing well out there, they don't sleep.
So you don't sleep either?
I try not to, but I sleep well. Me, I'm that kind of a guy. I jump on the couch, I close my eyes, 1 minute, I'm gone. So I get to bed, I close my eyes, 5 minutes, I'm gone.
What's the other instrument that you've always wanted to play but cannot play?
I tried to start with the saxophone because most of my songs have that. And you know, funny enough, people confuse producers and sessionists.
Okay.
I'm a producer, dog. If I need a sound that sounds like a frog and there's an instrument and there's a guy who makes it, I'll call him to studio and tell him, make it sound like this. I'm the producer. Yeah, you know. So you don't, as a producer, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to play all the sounds. If you do, it's an added advantage. But if you can't, you can still call sessionists, musicians that will come play for you.
Your favorite food?
So I'm a foodie. I love food. I think oxtail for me does it. Yeah.
So,
and I cook a lot.
Do you?
Yeah, check my Instagram.
No, your Instagram is lit. No doubt, that I see. So sometimes I'm thinking to myself, is this guy actually cooking, or is he just taking pictures of the food that he buys and saying, look what I've done?
I'm inviting you to my house.
Now, you've got your album.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Look, I'm trying to take this music to the world, you know. If I can get tours outside the country, like see how Black Coffee is doing it and the other guys. I think sometimes you just need to be at the right space at the right time.
Sure.
So I believe it will happen, and apart from that, my company is now a distributor of hard copies of online music.
That's amazing.
You know, so I would like to be a bridge for the Limpopo artists to get to where I'm getting to, you know, because it's not easy when you're coming from there. They close doors like you don't know. Hey, they like Venda,
how's coming from Venda, the Malik Zwane, and coming to Joburg? It's a fair sharp come. How's the transition?
It was difficult, but varsity made it easy for me because I mean, you're in varsity, you're with people from Venda as well, then you're mixing up with other culture. Also my dad used to call us during all the school holidays, so you could learn, you could hear. You know, it was a bit difficult, but I think I got it easier than most of the people, and I can easily make friends. So yeah.
Besides dance music, what are you listening to now? What's your favorite music? The genre of music to listen to?
I listen to a lot of R&B.
Who's your favorite R&B artist?
Kelly. Yeah, if Mr. Kells and I can make one tune, man, one day.
You never know what the universe can do.
Yeah, if we can make one song, that would be a dream come true. Yeah.
And favorite local South African artist? As difficult as it is, because there's just so many great South African artists.
There's great and there's many of them, but I think Gijana for me does it. He's got the authenticity, and there's a song that I did with him, and it's hard somewhere.
What are we waiting for? Why can't we not listen to the song?
No, you can't just, you know, you must, just give it some time.
When do you meet Zach? How do you and Zach come about? I know you did a song with Zach. Like, how do you meet Zach? I have not, how do you meet with Zach, and how did you make the song with Monique happen?
Yeah, with Monique, I've been hustling her for ages, you know. I've been like, yo, let's make a song together. And I managed to get her numbers. So funny enough, I did a beat, which she didn't know I produced it. I gave it to DJ Spoo, DJ Spoo gave it to her. So she sang on the beat. DJ Spoo sent me a clip. I'm like, wow, it's amazing. So I sent it to Portia. I'm like, Portia, this is great. That's the beat I did. She's like, no, it's not your beat. I'm like, yeah,
that's my beat.
No,
it's production right there.
No, that is me right there. She didn't believe it until at last, like, okay, cool. I didn't know. I'm like, cool. And then I said, let's make a song. She still said no. And then she was coming to South Africa. I think that was this year earlier. She was coming to SA, and she was supposedly supposed to do a song with another producer. So there's the producer booked my studio. So she comes to my place, and then, oh, it's you. I'm like, yeah. And then we just started vibing. She's like, dude, no, I'm so sorry. We have to do a song. I mean, she obviously she has to protect her image and her brand, so she can't just work with anyone. So I'm fortunate to have worked with her. About Zach Leigh, I sent Bukeka to his studio in Cape Town to record with Zach. Dope recording. Second one, I sent Black Opal there. Dope recording. Zach phoned me, he's like, dude, your beats are amazing. I'm like, oh, thanks, man. Like, I wouldn't mind singing. You know, I also sing. Okay, cool, let's try something. Then I sent him a beat, sent me a vocal, then we exchanged ideas, and then boom, we have I'll Be There.
And that's a beautiful song. And that was like an amazing song.
I love this song.
It is, I can't even explain it. For those people who have not listened to the song, just go on YouTube and there's a video out. Just please do listen to the song. It is amazing. Now the challenges of pushing this unit and now pushing your brand. What are the challenges, even with online, even with the free spirit information that is available out there? Now you've got your own company pushing you. What is the challenges now?
I think at the point I'm at now, it's easier. So I'm not having as much challenges as I had before. You know, so it took years of working this, knowing and learning. You know, you burn yourself and then you learn. When you come back, you become a better person. That's why this time when I'm doing everything through in-house, I'm wide aware of what's happening. That's why we have PR team. We pay artists or graphic designers, everything. So everything is done professionally. and I'm using my experiences from my corporate world now to run my company properly.
A young guy is coming out, Limpopo, Mpumalanga, doesn't matter, Joburg.
Yeah.
What message can you tell them out there in terms of life in general and from your experiences in the music industry?
Well, in the music industry, man, I'm always saying I'm fortunate to have had working experience in the corporate world.
Yeah.
So I think people must not rush, because what I've also realized is that artists tends to wanna be the famous person. You know, you haven't even had a booming song, you have a manager who's now speaking on your behalf. You are not even making money as yet, you know. And I realized that I also failed through there, where initially when things are starting to happen, you want to relax and you want people to do things for yourself. And unfortunately,
it's not how it works.
It does not work like that. Even now, I mean, you go to, I still answer my office number. I do everything. As much as I have help around me, I'm in control of everything.
Sure.
And it's not as easy in the industry as it looks. Like, people think one song, bam, I'm famous, I'm making. Maybe it might happen to a very few people, but to a lot of us, we have to work 10 times as hard. Yeah, and the people that work in the industry, they work 100 times as hard. That's why they get out there.
What are your family saying about this?
No, now they have finally accepted that music for me is the thing for me. Because I remember when in 2015, 2016, I said to my mom, because she was against this music thing, because they took me to varsity. I don't blame them, you know. So I remember her saying to me, I remember saying, what music, what's gonna happen now, blah blah blah. I said to her, Mom, you remember when I was in the corporate world, I never used to send you money. So I send you how much every month now. Yeah, talk about that. I want me to go back to the corporate world where I was. Yeah, so
you're allowed to tell me. You're allowed to tell me this in terms of how much you're sending to your mom.
No, I can't lie. I was sending her $2 grand every month. Just, you know, yeah.
So now your mom is definitely happy with the 10 grand that you're 20 grand that you're sending your mom. Whatever amount it is, that she's definitely happy with that. And yeah, so do you have any younger brothers and sisters?
No, I have older brothers.
Yeah.
I'm the youngest, so.
That's why you can get away with what you did.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, I'm fortunate.
And what are your brothers and sisters saying about this? I mean, you have a brother now who's a celebrity or well-known artist who's producing and who's working with well-known local and international artists. What are they saying about this?
I think now they're catching on as well, because also they couldn't understand it. My other brother is in the electrical business, which I sometimes help out.
Okay.
My other brother is in his own business as well. So now they can see things are happening, you know. And I think it's a nature of people where they want to support something that's already moving.
Yeah, I think that's the nature of us human beings.
Yeah. You don't support a dream that's there. You support it when you see,
where the direction is going.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, eh?
Yeah.
Now, the challenges of having to travel the country, gigs, stuff, and love. Being in love or being in a relationship. How challenging is that?
My relationship is new, so.
Yeah,
and it's not difficult for me because she understands the industry.
Yeah.
And
she's someone in the industry?
No. But she understands it. So sometimes I travel with her, sometimes I don't. It depends on
the workload.
And what she's doing. She also has her own life. You know, that's why I always say, when you have a partner, they have to have their own life. It must not be about you. It must be a partnership as well.
Sure.
It mustn't be. She must be happy on her own space. She must not rely on you to make her happy. She must be happy first, and then it will work out. For me, I'm happy with what
you have now.
Yeah.
I haven't asked you this, and how old are you? And how long have you been in the music industry?
I'm 34.
34, okay.
I've been in the music industry as a producer from 2012, And as a DJ, it started becoming professional in 2009, but I've been doing it since 2003. Yeah.
Two artists or one artist internationally that you would like to work with in the future, and also, you know, that's for sure. In Africa, that you would like to work with. Yeah.
Oh well, in Africa, if I can do some with Oliver Mtokoti, I would be blessed.
He's legendary.
Oh man, his sounds, his voice, everything about him, and his controversy as well in his music. So I love that. And also Salif Keita, I would like to work with him.
Yeah, you don't aim small, do you?
No, dog. If I can get those people on my next album,
sure,
I'll be happy.
3 things that people could not know about you, that people need to know about you.
I cannot travel without a watch.
Speedy watch. Look at the size, look at the difference.
Well, it's just
it's like the speedy watch, and mine is like a...
mine is from small, yours is from center.
No. Yours is a person who's been a producer since 2012 and is not on, is sending a mom 10 grand home. Mine is like one who's just, you know, they're still hustling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, so I cannot travel without a watch.
Yeah.
So I would, if I was coming here and I was late for an appointment, I would call and say, man, I can't make it now, and go back and fetch.
Watch.
So that's weird, I know.
No, I understand.
Okay.
So you can't go without a watch.
I can't go without a watch.
Can you? What's your morning? How does it work? Coffee? Can you go without coffee?
I don't eat breakfast. I only eat lunch and supper.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay, now a woman makes breakfast now and then, but waking up for me, I wake up, drink water, do my things. Lunch, that's when I'm
Can you gym, of course?
Yeah, I started dancing.
Yeah, what you sent to me with some well-known famous DJs in the country who are trying to get themselves back into shape.
Yeah.
The album is out?
Yeah.
What do you want to tell the people out there, and people's going to be, what do you want to say in terms of the album?
If someone buys the album and they don't like it, they can return it. That's how much confidence I have that you will find at least 3 songs, if not the whole album, that you like in the album.
It's 15 songs.
It's 15 songs.
Spani,
Thank you so much.
No,
We have Brazowaafrika, Malik.
Let's not go Brazo. Like Brazowaafrika is like, yes, it's this. You know, like I'm looking at the features of the song. I have an opportunity to have to listen to, but after this, of course, I will. I've only listened to these 2 to 3 songs. I've listened to the one Adventure. I've listened to I'll Be There, of course. And yeah, that's about those 2 songs. Now it's about to be crazy because I'm looking at the features. I mean, you're featuring Brazowaafrika, you listen to Malik, you Candyman, Portia, let's not even go to Black. Like it's just crazy right now. So this I'll have a listen to now. So if people buy this album, they don't like it,
they can return it. I'm more than happy to give it.
But I trust, I think, with the quality of work you've done previously and the quality of work that you've released, I think this is a must get. And it's not even, I'm not one to sell artists, but I think this is one just for must get.
I appreciate it.
Thank you very much, sir, and God bless with everything that you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.